turned out beautiful. I'm so happy. I should have frozen so I couldn't see.
Red balloon is a theme. They have some circular red balloons up here on Nordstrom Rack, like their second floor. But I've noticed that red balloon, the words have come up a lot, or kept coming up on YouTube or other social media, and I kept wondering like, what's up with red balloon? All I can think of is that old song, like 99 Love Balloons or whatever. It's like an old German song. So I'm out here on Veterans Day. This is, you know, after sunset. And I was watching the news. I'm from Delaware, and Biden and his wife are at the beaches in Delaware. I forget where their stomping grounds are in terms of vacation, if it's Cape Henlopen, State Park area. I have to cough here. But, you know, close enough to Rehoboth, Cape Henlopen. You know, they're all in the same vicinity. Delaware's only so big anyway, so you have like, technically you have Slaughter Neck Beach, which is, you know, farther north. But then you have Cape Henlopen, Rehoboth, Dewey, Bethany, and then it gets into Ocean City, Maryland, and stuff like that. So I'm here on Chestnut going west. I noticed too that Biden, the comments made were that he stumbled in the sand while walking, like they were walking in the sand. Of course, that's like a total setup photo op, like people were there on purpose to take pictures while he's on vacation. It's not like the paparazzi where they just like randomly find. I don't know if they can randomly find. They organize so much that it would seem more like the word would get out that there's a photo op. And I'm wondering if he would do that on purpose. He's 81, so, you know, granted that. But I'm wondering if he does stuff on purpose to see what comes up in the universe.
Oh, that is wild.
You know, like, if I make it seem like I'm stumbling. Of course, it's hard to walk on the sand, whether you're 10 or 81. But would he do it on purpose to see what people say, or if people start to get excited, you know, like high-level competitors or opponents or what have you. Anyway. Or if there are other things that come up in the universe. I grew up in northern Delaware, but a lot of people went to the beaches. It was like a normal thing to go to the beach, you know, in the summer, at least on the weekends, every once in a while.
They were literally just so nervous.
You know, and tons of people, especially in Washington, D.C., they go up north to the beaches, and they'll do Ocean City, Maryland, or a lot love to go to Dewey Beach and stuff like that. So it's a hot spot for Delawareans and Washington DCers alike, and Marylanders and stuff like that. Anyway, that came up in my mind all of a sudden. Oh, Taylor Chip, feel good about it. So Taylor Chip's now open, as if we didn't have enough chocolate chip cookies in the universe. Made with ingredients you can feel good about. I saw the sign here like forever, and now they're finally open. This is trailing after Levan. There's Chip City, Blueprint Cookie came in, then Chip City, then Levan, and now this. All sort of competitors to Insomnia Cookie, depending on the hours. Insomnia is all through the night and everything. And then of course there's famous 4th Street cookies at Reading Terminal Market. So there it is, Taylor Chip. How do you like that? You know, you can never really say I can't find any chocolate chip cookies in Philly. Of course, Insomnia might be the only one open 24 hours or through the wee hours of the morning, like bar hours and stuff. Levan is open 7 to 11 every day. Wow, that's a big gigantic purse on top of that, like squinchy, almost like not a slinky, but those plasticky things that squinch down and pop back up like collapsible bowls, or unless there are a lot of plates. Maybe it's like a lot of plates. I remember the Pope said in 2015, plates will fly. He was talking about marriages and how marriages aren't perfect. And he said, plates will fly, you know, at times, and people get through it or whatever. And it reminded me of I was experiencing something totally crazy in Philadelphia that just kept going on and on and on. I kept trying to get away from it or like lead my own life, but these people couldn't let go. They just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And at some point, it's hard to explain how this can happen, but it would be like say 3 different people could conspire, or yeah, we could say they're puppeted, but 3 things would happen in succession and like a cascade. You know, I'm waiting for an email from someone who was technically supportive and sort of talking to me about different forms of stalking and what people do and why my case was so bad. And I was waiting for her to text or email. Then I heard from someone at a special camp thing that I went to over the summer, because I kept trying to find people who weren't part of the problem. Sister Space, but I didn't love it because it's just a certain fare of people who showed up there, and it's like, well, these aren't my peeps at all. And also a friend who would get up, would have coffee for me from time to time. Anyway, all these things cascaded, and the person I wanted to hear from, hadn't heard from. Someone else comes in saying, we're just curious if you're with someone or dating someone. And it really bothered me, because it's like, I don't want those people finding me attractive. I don't want them, it sounds snobby, but sometimes you're like, I don't want those people finding me attractive or trying to set me up to be in a relationship. And then on top of that, and I said, no, I'm spoken for. Then on top of that, I heard from this friend who I get coffee with from time to time. These people had to be extra loud to be obnoxious. And he's like, we could always go to Square One Coffee, and the Square One would represent, like, it's back to square one. You haven't heard from the person you want to hear from. Other people are out there trying to find out if you're single or with someone, and it really bothered you for some reason. And so it bothers people. It's like, oh, these people are gang stalkers. And people will move on purpose as you pass by to be annoying. I know most of us would think, oh, it just so happened that, like, you know, things happen. Sometimes people get activated at the wrong time, or people can do it on purpose because they actually want to irritate the hell out of you. So anyway, but back to Square One Coffee. So a friend of mine who I met up